Welcome one, welcome all to the Multicultural Misfits podcast. This is your host, Audio AB. Right next to me on the couch, I have my wonderful executive producer and co-host.
Jordan.
And right next to him, I have my wonderful co-host.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, boys. It's Omar.
Happy Cinco de Drinko, as the white people say.
Cinco de Drinko.
Happy
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de
de Mayo.
Drinko. Oh my God. As the white ladies say. Oh. I have a funny story for you guys. Something happened to me recently. So, one of my friends reached out to me to ask me to help him move.
Mm-hmm.
So, I pull up to his place, and I thought he was gonna have a U-Haul, but he ended up just having, because he works at a rental car place. So he just rented a really big truck, a really big Silverado. So I have a 4Runner. So I was like, okay, let's just we can use my car to put stuff in too. Because let's just, that way we make as few trips as possible. Let's load up all the stuff in yours and also load up shit in mine simultaneously from your apartment.
Drive side by side.
Yeah.
Side by side.
And I was like, all right, let's do that.
Vin Diesel and Paul
So
Walker.
Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, bro. So I was in Vin Diesel, Paul Walker mode. I was just on it. I was just grabbing shit and just throwing it in my truck. Everything I could see. I was just when I'm helping someone move, I'm trying to get out and get it done as quickly as possible. I don't want to be there till fucking 12 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was after work, so I was like, all right, I want to get this done quick. Let's be he didn't really have that much stuff anyway, so I was like, we can get this done in less than 4 hours. So I was like, let's just do it. And his new place was right down the street from the old place, so I was like, all right, let's just get it done. So I'm just tossing shit in my truck, and I finish helping him move, and I come home, whatever. And, I go on my weekend, and then I'm getting in the car a few days later with my girlfriend, and we're going to go to the park. And she's in the back of my truck, and then just putting things in the back of the truck. And then she sees a pair of socks, a pair of women's underwear, a woman's bra, and I'm just
God.
and I'm I'm trying to tell her, I'm hold up. I'm listen. It is not what you think it is. And I was I must have just thrown, because I must have been a fucking, little storage blocks or whatever.
Yeah.
One of those plastic storage bins. So I just threw a bunch of shit in my car. I didn't even look at what it was.
Yeah, shit probably spilled out.
Yeah, and shit probably just spilled the fuck out. And she was just
comedy movie.
Bro, exactly. She was looking at me, she wanted to murder me, and I was
Babe, I can explain.
right? And the explanation's always so horrible. It's listen, I didn't mean to keep those, all right? You know what I mean?
Especially she knows the person that we're talking about.
Yes.
And she knows you're helping to move, right?
Yes,
But
yeah.
imagine she didn't really know him.
Oh, man.
I swear I was helping a pal move.
I swear, no funny business.
No funny business. I was not having sex with a
my
woman
God.
in my trunk. In the back of my car.
Because that's just a bad look to fucking get in your car. And
That's
you have
Yeah.
bad look.
panties and just socks and all this other shit. There was Legos back there too, so it was
Legos
It
back
wasn't just regular. It wasn't just
You were fucking a mom.
it was a
It's
bunch of
Amy has a whole
random
nother family.
shit. But yeah, dude, I almost got in huge trouble.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and those are all the
God.
undergarments too. That's the underwear, the bra, the socks. How do you explain it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, listen, I don't know what happened. I just threw a bunch of shit back there.
Yeah.
I was helping somebody move.
How silly would that be if that was a real girl shit though? AB was having an affair, and she left free balling, tits out,
Crazy.
and no socks on. She's just fucking.
In my head, I had the Stranger Things kid screaming, "He's lying! He's lying!"
Wait, which
who's
one?
Will in the first season.
Oh, you talking about the little gay boy?
Man, they fucked his character up, dude. He
Yeah.
sucked. I don't even know what happened at the end with him. He was falling in love with
Mike?
homeboy Mike.
I don't know if
Silly name.
I don't know if it was falling in love
Yeah,
or
He was
biting his hand. He's no, I don't think it was
in the back of this van. And Mike's like, "What's your deal?"
What's your deal? I'm just too cool. I'm getting pussy. That was his whole thing last season. Was I'm just too cool. I'm getting pussy.
Cool.
Fuck you and my bald girlfriend. I don't
Yeah,
care about both of you.
she had hair this season.
She did have
She had
hair.
hair and titties.
Yeah.
What a development, huh? What a character! What a character!
And Michael Jackson. Look at the titties.
We're on a roll to start this shit. Oh my
yeah.
God.
What-
She's growing up, bro. Isn't it weird when you see kid actors or kid anybody who's famous get older
Yeah.
and become kind of hot?
I'm sure Drake doesn't think it's weird.
No, Drake
Drake was like, "Thank God."
Thank God she
Drake
got the
saw it
titties.
Drake was like, "Finally."
Drake was on it 5 years ago.
Oh my God.
He's like, I want 11 to be 19.
Yeah. I want to. Oh, that's funny. That's
Oh,
crazy
man.
that happened, man. I mean, it
Yeah.
is. No matter how you slice it, it's a little weird. He was texting her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Doesn't,
strange.
Like, and talking about relationship advice.
He was?
Yeah, apparently, that's what he said.
That's
or no,
sick.
that's what she said. She said that on like an interview or something. That like he'll talk to me about relationship advice.
It's
or
like
something.
don't trust boys.
Yeah, don't trust.
But
But
On the
trust me.
list of
Trust
people
me.
to trust from getting relationship
But
advice
trust-
from, Drake is at the bottom.
Certainly
trust
not Drake. Yeah,
Trust me.
Don't trust
only
boys,
me.
but trust me. Trust
me,
Drizzy.
yeah, trust Drizzy.
Trust
What do you
Drizzy.
do? You think
Drizzy
in
would
private
do
his
that.
friends call him Drizzy or Aubrey?
They call him Drizzy.
Would
I
you
feel
call
like
him Drizzy?
I feel like the closest ones call him Aubrey.
Nah, they call him. They call him Aubrey. Some of them call him Aubrey. Some of them say Drake.
it's a woman's name.
Really? I feel like
Yeah.
there's different levels. There's probably people who call him Aubrey. There's people who call him Drizzy.
Yeah.
Those are like the most exterior members of like the group.
Yeah.
The people who call him Drizzy, and there's like people who call him Drake, which is like more casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the three names he probably goes.
I
by.
hope the ones with vaginas say Drizzy.
Yeah.
No one would-
Drizzy.
There's imagine your man, like that's your homeboy. Drizzy.
Drizzy.
Come, Drizzy, I need some money.
Drizzy, I need some money, dog.
That is
Come on,
sick.
now.
Drizzy's, it's kind of cool. I
Drizzy's
like the
a good
Izzy.
one.
I
I
like
like
the
Drizzy.
Izzy ending in anything.
I like Drizzy.
We got Jizzy,
Jizzy. Imagine Jay-Z was
Ozzy,
Jizzy.
and AZ. How does that not work with any of our fucking names? That
Jizzy.
sucks.
I don't
What's
think
mine?
I don't think Gio wants to be Jizzy.
I'll be Jizzy. I'm
You'll
always
be
Jizzy.
I mean, we're Ozzy and AZ.
Ozzy and
There's
AZ.
nothing much better about that.
Now-
Jizzy is funny though.
Now it just sounds like you're speaking gibberish.
Yeah.
Jizzy is the what's the banana song? or
Izzy's
whatever?
a tight ass name. I fuck with Izzy's. Every Izzy I've met has been cool as hell.
Yeah, Izzy. Z's are cool in names, man.
Yeah.
I like a good couple of Z's. A name that ends and starts with a Z. I like that.
It's a unique. You don't really hear many names that start or end with Z's. It's a unique. Names that end with a Z. I
Which
can't
one?
even think of a
I
name
can't
that ends
even
with a
think of
Z.
any. Zaz.
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 Zazzes.
Zazzes.
Yeah, I have a reservation for Zaz.
Zainalies. Zens. I don't know. That's true, actually. Never mind. I don't think I know any of that.
There's more
Start
names
with
that
Z.
start with Z's.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Zach. We got lots of them. Lots
Strong ass names.
Of them. Yeah, strong ass names.
Strong ass. Zach.
They're sharp. They're
Zeke.
Speaking of strong, or like lack of strong, did y'all see that video of this this lady who is in a parking lot? It's like recorded from a security camera or whatever in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
She has her baby, right? She's opening the back door to her car and doing something. The baby starts rolling away. This is a heavier set woman, right? She goes running after the baby, falls on her face. The baby's still rolling towards busy traffic, towards a busy road.
With his arms out in the stroller with his arms
Mom!
out.
He's saying, save me. So he's rolling towards busy traffic. This lady's a little bit big. She falls on her face. She can't help. She can't get herself up. Clearly from like lack of fitness.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But she's stumbling.
yeah, because she just fell a little bit. She's not like knocked out. She's like trying to get up and
She's
stumbling.
comically stumbling.
Yes. Comically stumbling. Peter Griffin.
And thank God the baby didn't die because this would be a not so funny story. But
Dog.
yeah,
To you.
she was she was comedically falling. She falls like 3 times. The baby's still rolling. On the 3rd time, she tries getting up and she kind of stops like in Superman pose, like he just landed, like one hand on the floor and the knee on the floor too, like she's about to play football, like she's in a scrimmage.
Oh my god.
And a guy runs out from the side and saves the baby.
Oh,
She
that's a good ending.
But she didn't save her fucking baby.
She
All
didn't.
because she was a little too big.
And she was falling over so much that someone
Hey.
someone stopped and saved the baby.
Yeah.
Maybe
And then someone stopped and helped her get up.
maybe
Yeah.
it was
So-
the baby weight, man.
That wasn't her baby.
Was it?
It was like her niece.
You looked it up?
Yeah, I watched the whole story.
Oh
about it.
man, she got no excuse for that baby
Yo.
weight there.
Yeah, it was her niece.
If my sister fucking lets my baby roll into traffic,
Oh my- you'll
'cause
never
she's
hit the
too
end of
big
it.
to stand up after falling down to go get my damn baby. Dude, she had like 15 seconds to get the baby.
the fucking stroller was rolling in slow motion.
Yeah, it was
Oh
a
my
while.
God.
It took a while.
Yeah. Just imagine just looking up at your niece just rolling back like this. And she's like, no.
It was rolling so slow that she fell down 3 times before the guy even came into frame to save the baby.
That's fucking horrible, man. Fucking obesity, dude. Fucking obesity's bad,
plaguing
dude.
us.
You know what I heard recently?
Oh my God.
And this like just came out like really recently, within the last week.
Mm-hmm.
The Surgeon General of the United States was the guy like oversees like the medical board of the U.S. and he like keeps people aware of like the major problems in the country, like health wise, like and what's important to pay attention to.
Yeah.
He said that loneliness is an epidemic in the country that's worse than smoking obesity, and inactivity combined.
Damn.
Let me see. Let me read you. Let me read.
I feel that.
Let me. So I sound intelligent. Let me read you the exact quote here.
He just
Yeah.
needs to say, "You motherfuckers is lonely."
I believe
the,
that too.
The guy's name, the Surgeon General, his name is Murthy. He's some Indian dude.
Mm-hmm.
He said, this is the quote, Murthy issued an advisory laying out the consequence of loneliness, which can include a 29% increased risk of heart disease, a 32% increased risk of stroke, a 50% increased risk of developing dementia for older adults, and an increased risk of premature death by more than 60%.
Damn.
What the fuck?
So loneliness is killing people, dude.
How
Like,
do they even do that? How do you measure someone's loneliness?
Yeah, how do you?
I
Well,
think-
how do you get to
I don't know.
fucking dementia?
Yeah, like how do you?
They
I would imagine because if you're lonely, you're not talking to people all the time. So maybe in your
So you're
later
forgetting
years-
shit.
I swear to God.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure, dude.
Maybe
There's-
you're just not using those parts of your brain for years, like when you're
Okay.
in your 50s and your 60s.
Yeah, and
fucking-
then like the psychological effect of being lonely is weighing on people to the point where it's affecting them more. He said if you smoked 15 cigarettes a day, that would be probably the equivalent of being lonely.
I don't believe. Okay,
That's what he said.
That's a little wild.
How do you
as
even
far as
calculate such
effects,
things?
effects on your health.
Like how many years you've been
Like I guess they
majority
would do it by
of
like
the time lonely?
yeah,
or like by
like
yourself.
they would take surveys of people who are like lonely. And
We
like,
are social animals, man. We need to be around each other and like talking and stuff.
Absolutely, man. Like I
You
get
know?
that. There's like a lot of our population, especially now with like the internet, people are like introverts, which is fine, right? Like you can just spend time with yourself and chill, but you need to have some kind of like external facing or social group or something to where you go out, even if it's just coworkers and not necessarily friends or whatever or
Yeah.
family, like people to talk to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whether it's
Even if
about
it's,
anything, you know.
Yeah.
I can see why they said, because it can lead to like you just eating alone and like you just getting big as shit. You're not even working out anymore.
No, yeah, he's right though. Because
Yeah.
when you have no like, I'm assuming that these people genuinely feel lonely and they haven't been around people very often for a
Yeah.
while, so they they probably don't care that much about their self-image, stuff like that. They're eating bad. They're I don't know. Probably
They're
not
letting
getting-
themselves
Man,
go a
that's
little
like
bit.
triple
Let
whammy,
yourself
bro.
go.
So they're lonely, so they start eating a lot.
Yeah.
And then because they're eating a lot, they get fucking depressed. And because they're depressed, they're
Bro.
like, I need something to pick me up. They start smoking.
Yeah.
It's the whale.
And they say, it's
It's the whale.
They just pick up all the worst habits and increase their chances of death.
Yeah, except just talking to people.
Except
Yeah.
just talking to people.
Some people just legitimately have like social problems. They just like
Yeah.
not any mental like cognitive disabilities aside, like they just I don't know. They're not doing well in like social situations. They don't know how
Yeah.
to talk to people. That probably sucks. You know?
I would think so, man. I feel like it'd be difficult to live life if social situations were really tough for you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm not talking about like a party with hundreds of people. I'm talking
Just-
about
yeah.
like
5 people.
or like getting up
Yeah.
and performing in front of your school or something. That's different.
oh my god.
yeah, that's
horrifying.
different. I'm talking about just like having a small dinner with friends and being able to talk to them, or just being able to talk to your family, you know, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Yeah.
some people don't even have that, or just going out with friends on the weekend, like at least once a month. Some people don't even have stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, we're gonna see that shit more and more with kids fucking on their phones all the time. For real.
But what's
like-
crazy is I think that's fine though because they're still connecting to like other people.
But they're not really connecting. You know what I mean? Like
Says you. I got
I'm
friends
gonna-
in Wyoming.
I'm gonna agree with Omar though, because people are
Shit.
still lonely. They're still not getting this. So even with all the connection we have now with the internet, loneliness is on the rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy was saying in the study that it rose specifically in 2020, 2021, 2022. Like, and that's a time when people were more connected than ever because the pandemic was going on. So that means that this online connection, while good, is still not the same as like person to person connection.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the same, but I feel like you could still get something out of it.
You definitely can.
I'm gonna keep it
yeah.
a bean. Some of y'all ain't cool.
Some of
It's not cool.
Gio wants some of you to stay lonely.
There's unfortunately
this is the thing.
Born folk.
Gio doesn't want you to stay lonely, but Gio is saying some of y'all motherfuckers
Stay away
is just
from me.
lonely.
Stay with me in particular.
Get some bitches.
Yeah.
Get some bitch.
Get those bitches on your dick. Maybe you won't be
that
fat.
is-
I'm
Get
just
some
playing, I'm playing.
bitches on your
That
dick.
I'm
is
playing.
my working theory for why there's so many school shooters.
Because they don't got no bitches.
They need
Ain't got
some
no
bitches.
dude. Yeah, they need. If you had just got some pussy the night before,
You would not shoot anybody.
You'd be-
You're gonna
yeah,
be
you'd
sitting
be
in
waking
bed
up feeling
happy.
great.
You're not gonna be shooting
Dog.
at anyone.
you get up in the morning stretching, birds are chirping.
Oh, shit, I was
Good
about to
day.
shoot up to school today, but
Yeah.
damn, last night
He
was
said-
so much
He
fun.
said, "I don't need to do that. Why did I ever want to do that?
Why do I wanna
Never
do-
wanna
I'm
do
gonna go see
that.
Cassandra. I love her.
I'm gonna hop on Tinder. I'm gonna see and get more hoes."
That's what we need.
Oh my god.
Everybody, how do we do this? How do we solve this problem?
It needs to
I
be
had
all
bad
these
ideas.
pussyless
like
fellas.
a government mandate
Yeah.
that all the whores in the country need to like.
Prostitution needs to be legal.
That's exactly.
That's
Only
that's
for
exactly
people
what I'm
under
saying.
18. That are about to shoot up the
Wait,
school.
what? Under 18?
That's the people shooting up the school.
Well, those are the people who need it most.
yeah,
No,
obviously.
Or you
No,
send
no,
everyone a
18
free
and-
fleshlight.
Think about how much pussy you got at 12.
Yeah. Tons, dude. Tons, dude. I got a countless pussy.
I was rating
I
and
couldn't-
pussy.
Nah,
You can't even count 'em all.
18 and up. Let
Okay.
prostitution be legal. Like if you want to choose to do that,
It should be free.
Yeah.
it's your not free.
Oh, okay.
The government
funded. It's
subsidizes
government
it.
funded, yeah.
Uncle Sam pays for that
Subsidized.
pussy.
Fucking hilarious, bro.
Get your monthly pussy check.
Get
Yeah,
your monthly
dude.
pussy check.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one. Every month, every American male citizen gets to go out and have sex with a
I'm not
female
gonna lie. This is a fantastic idea.
I think this is a pretty.
This is
damn
a
good
great
idea.
idea.
But where are you going to find the women to subsidize it?
You will find a lot of women to subsidize it. Are you
they
kidding
gonna be?
me?
Are they going to be the type of women that you want to?
They'll be good enough.
I seen those check videos.
Something.
That'll be good enough.
They'll be good enough.
If
I'm
I'm getting a check,
The fucking Winnie the Pooh girls. The
Whoa.
ones with
What?
their butts sticking out of the walls and the.
Oh,
the
you talking
Winnie the
about-
Pooh.
they're not bad looking. The Winnie the Poohs.
That's actually hilarious.
They're all
That room
jammed
is,
up in there trying to get some honey.
That
That's
room is
hilarious.
disgusting.
that room is disgusting.
It's just a bunch of dudes with their pants down, flaccid dicks everywhere.
No, listen. What if motherfuckers start doing that? Like our idea, what we just said. People are going to start having more kids. Well, I guess it's what we need, though, right?
Wait, what do you mean? Have more
Make
kids?
it
'cause-
condom and make sure everybody has a condom.
Everybody has
on.
to wear a condom?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
That's
they
what
need to
the subsidized pussy.
yeah. I'm
prostitutes?
actually 100 and penises. Fuck it.
Yes, but why not? Why
But
not both
girls
ways?
don't really be shooting up schools like that.
Why not both ways?
Yeah.
Girls
You're
don't shoot
gonna
up
have
schools
too
like
many
that.
dudes applying. You're
It's
gonna have
be
to weed
only
them out.
dudes. Yeah.
You have to
It'll
weed
be
them out.
only dudes.
Speaking of shooting up schools, y'all saw they were. I think somewhere in Texas. I'm pretty sure it's Texas. Is proposing to pay teachers $25,000 more on their salary for carrying guns
That's
and
crazy.
using them in situations where they need to.
I'd fucking do it though.
Carry a fucking little handgun on you.
If I'm a
Hold
teacher
on.
and you're gonna give me 25 G's more a year, fuck yeah, I'll carry a little handgun on
And a
me.
gun.
Hell yeah, dude. Plus, listen, I'm not saying that this is the answer. Of course, not the answer.
No, it's not.
But you're getting more money. Plus, in the bad scenario where someone does come in with a gun, you're packing too.
You got a little
Yeah.
thing on you.
You know,
You got a
that's
little
not-
thing. You can pull it out. You can be like, stop.
Yeah. Sit down, Jimmy. I told you to go to the fucking corner, didn't I?
Imagine
See, that's the shit though, because some
That teacher's
teachers
gonna
be
kill
getting
somebody.
mad.
I know. Imagine a teacher just snaps. They have a really tough day.
What am I fucking doing?
They just get their pistol out with 15 rounds, just lay into half of their classroom.
Oh my goodness. A teacher pistol whipping all the kids and shit.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yo,
sh-
pistol whipping the kids is hilarious.
Yeah, that's actually, I didn't even think about that. That's a recipe for an angry, unhinged teacher.
Bro,
to
teachers
just
be-
shoot a little kid.
Teachers are humans too, bro.
Because kids probably suck so bad. Bro, imagine
Oh,
being a
man.
teacher in elementary school. Every
Yeah.
year, you get 20 to 25 more little shits, and you don't know what kind of assortment you're going to get of these little guys.
It's more. Classroom sizes are growing. It's probably closer to
Yeah.
30 nowadays.
And they're
30,
probably
35.
so fucking wound up and shit from being at home or on
Yeah,
their
bro.
phones or
And
whatever.
you don't know their home life, bro. Their home life could be their parents are abusing them, whether that's sexually,
Yeah.
physically, or emotionally,
yeah.
like yelling at them and just beating the shit out of them, like, or just like depriving them of food. You don't know what is going on. And this kid comes to school and he starts just being a little shit, and you're like, you little fuck, you better
Yeah.
not, you better leave me alone.
You understand I could take on 10 of you right now?
Without batting an eye.
Yeah, I'm going to big show and slam your heads together, dude.
Because I get a check from this place, I'm gonna be patient.
Bro,
Yeah.
I fully believe that is the hardest job in the world.
It does
I
have
think
to be
so.
really
And
So
hard.
people say it's being a mother. Y'all can suck my dick. It's being a teacher.
That's like being a mother for 30 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That
because
shit is hard.
once the kids turn like 4 or 5, you're sending them off to school, and they're at school for 8 hours a day.
Yeah. It's probably such a relief on parents.
Yeah.
You know what I
When
mean?
their
Yeah,
kid
it's fucking
finally is
daycare.
able to get the fuck out of here and go to
And then
pre-K.
think about it. If they're at school for 8 hours a day and they're sleeping for 8 hours a day, that means they're really only at home for 8 hours. And and between transportation, it's really not even that. It's
Yeah.
probably just like 6 to 7.5 hours that they're
Yeah.
really at home with you.
You hide in the bathroom from him for 2 hours. Cut it down just a little more.
Man,
Trying to
imagine,
be around this kid as minimally
my
as
God.
man, when you
possible.
have kids, you have to just be around them the whole time. Think about
Yeah.
that. Like, what if you're like, you want to go outside and you want to work out or something, or if you want to fucking,
Can't.
they're like, no, I want to go, or I want to watch fucking, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I want to put on Wow Wow Wubsy, and you're trying to watch, like, fucking Goodfellas.
Yeah, bro,
You're like,
you're
I
trying
can't
to
have
watch
this motherfucker around
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this.
Exactly.
really
It's
can't,
too
bro.
mature.
I mean, they're probably a lot of fun, though, to be honest. Like, I can see myself having a great time with my kid.
If your
Just,
kid
like,
is
treat him
cool.
like a friend.
If your kid is cool, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel? Do you feel like that reflects on the parents? Like, I feel like it does.
Like,
But it
what?
would suck to just get a bad luck of the draw and your kid just sucks no matter how cool you are.
Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes people just have kids and the kids are just like they're just shitty, bro. Like
Yeah.
Like I think nurture and nature can affect things, right? Like your genes and shit, and at the same time the way you raise the kid.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's just outlying factors to where kids just end up being pieces of shit.
I think it's fully, now that I'm like really paying attention to people and their parents, you are your parents put together.
You are.
Like, no matter what, if you didn't know them or anything, you are still them.
You take like traits from them.
Yeah,
you
For
take
sure.
a
lot
Like
of
maybe
traits
you
from
don't convey like they don't come off of you the same way they do them, but
Yeah.
you can like if you get down to the root of it, there's a lot of traits that you just get from your parents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
absolutely.
It's very rare that you meet someone that's like, oh yeah, I don't fuck with my parents, and like we didn't spend a lot of time together, and they're different than their parents. It's like, no, you are the same.
Yeah.
You just don't think you are.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of similarities that I think people share with their parents.
Yeah.
But I also think people are really capable of thinking for themselves, depending on the person.
Yeah,
right?
they're
Like,
still
sure.
thinking for themselves, and it's just like, it's just little shit that you do. You'd be like, damn. Or like, there are things that I do that I see my mom do, and I'm like, wow, that is me. Like,
Yeah.
I
you
am.
do the exact same
I came
thing.
from this motherfucker. But
Just in your own way. But
yeah, just
Yeah,
in
but-
my own way. But it's still like a lot of traits that you can pick up from your parents.
Probably a trip for them to see, like when they see their kid doing shit that they do.
yeah.
dude.
That's
They
why
were
you-
once a young person like us.
Yeah.
Just in their 20s, like, oh, I couldn't even dream of having kids or something. And then they have a kid. Kid grows up, and now they're in their 20s about to have a kid too.
Oh my god.
Well, none of us are having kids right now, but
no, no.
Man.
But we're getting to that age pretty soon where we'll probably start.
Yeah.
So like it's weird to see. I bet that's so strange. It's gonna be so strange when we have kids and you
Bro,
see
it's
them
gonna be
growing up for
wild.
real.
It's
Like
gonna
you ever been friends with someone who has a kid, and that you just really watch the kid grow up to like 5, 6 years old?
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's weird.
I can only imagine, man.
Yeah, you see them really develop as a human being. At first, they're just like it's like almost like
A
a
thing.
pet. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a
It's
kitten.
almost like a bed.
They're like a puppy,
It is
dude.
damn near.
Because they don't know what's going on. You could tell how completely out of it they are, but then they get older and they start reasoning and they start saying things to you and like
Yeah.
actually like what they're saying makes sense. And you're like, oh my gosh,
That
dude,
part
you're a
seems
person.
cool. That
Yeah.
part seems cool. And you can start talking to them about shit, and they're just
Yeah.
like, "Why is the sky blue?" And you're like, "Well, it's the reflection of the light, or whatever." Well, you know, you just
You
start
lie to
telling
him,
shit.
dude. You gotta lie to him.
There's
Yeah,
one
he's lying to
friend,
them.
one friend of mine, like, I've seen his kid from birth damn near. I saw it come out the coochie. No, I'm just playing.
I was
But
there.
I saw.
In
I
the
think
room.
I think he's maybe like 4 or 5 years old now, and I've seen him like grow up, and we'd be like doing stupid shit around him, like drinking and shit.
Yeah.
But he'll like bring us beers, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, this is weird.
This is cool. This is even
It's
better
cool.
than a pet.
I don't have to. See, it's a fucking pet.
Greater than that.
It's a little genius pet.
It's a little genius.
Look at
pet.
him go.
Smartest pet in the world.
Yeah.
in the world.
But that shit is really crazy, bro. And it's
Yeah.
just a sign that like time flies by.
Oh
Time is
man,
just always
It
moving.
does, man. Like before you even know it, like 10 years will be gone. You'll be like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like,
yeah.
but I feel like during like the formative years, like during like high school and shit, like I feel like it's so slow. Like I remember like when I was in high school, I would feel like the days were extremely slow.
Really.
And then like when I got out of it, I'm like, fuck, man, things just move so quickly.
yeah,
Or like particularly also college. Like when I got out of college, shit just started moving so quick. Like at this
that's
point,
true.
it's been more than 4 years since I graduated. And I'm like, oh my god. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Just like
Because you get into a
gone.
routine, you know. We're not
Yeah.
we're not rich famous people. We're not just going and like just like kind of seeing
Doing
where the wind
whatever.
takes us during
Jet
the day. You know what I mean? I got a
Yeah.
9 to 5, dude. I got to go to work from Monday through Friday. You're going to work. It's you really have a routine, man. The days
I don't
just
have
go by
Drizzy's
very
life.
quickly. You what?
I don't have Drizzy's life.
I don't have Drizzy's life.
As much as I want Drizzy's life, I don't have Drizzy's life.
Yeah, I can't
Oh
just
my
sit around
God.
and fucking Google 5-star restaurants
Yeah.
that I can go to.
yeah,
Not at
or
all,
fucking
dude.
bet $250,000 on a fucking Logan Paul fight.
And I wouldn't want his life. I would not want to be Drake, dude.
I bet at the end of the day,
you
I
do
don't.
wanna
I bet
be
Drake's
we
a
all wanna
little
be
lonely.
Drake.
Drake is lonely. Drake has issues. Bro, imagine everyone you meet in your life wants something from you.
It's
Everyone.
true. That probably fucks with you. You're not sure
Yeah.
who you can trust because of that.
That
I
is
don't-
so annoying.
Y'all know enough about his life? Does he have any like good friends that have been with him since the beginning? His producer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a lot of people.
He got a few people.
These people,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been with him since like for like years, like high
He's
school
producer.
friends, like childhood friends. He
Can
has,
one
like,
of y'all get real famous, bro? Can one of y'all
one of
get
y'all
real
pop off?
famous
Somebody
and
get
rich?
famous
Can one of
here.
y'all pop off real quick, please?
Yeah, what do y'all pop off?
Just be part of the entourage.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Oh
go on-
my god.
Go on trips to Australia and
I would
shit.
love that, dude.
I would love to be in that
I'd get a
shit.
fucking concealed carry license and just fucking be a security guard. Oh, whoa, step back. You know this guy?
Everybody,
You know this
everybody take 5 steps back for me.
guy? Take 5 steps back. I'm gonna let this thing off in the air. Little fucking handgun.
Nah, that would be. I'd rather be like the friend of a famous person.
Yeah, being in an entourage must be so much fucking fun.
Riding
dude.
on the PJ.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and no stresses on me at all.
But damn, imagine being the famous person though. Like you were saying, DJ. You say DJ Gio. Like you'd rather be the friend of a famous person because the famous person themselves, like all the conversations. Imagine that you're having right with people who want something from you. Like Omar said, people who have way less money than you.
Yeah,
they're never going to really disagree with you or keep you real. Like
I would.
They're not really gonna, especially if you're paying them. They're not gonna like keep you in check, or they're not gonna tell you like real shit. Like if you just like, let's say if you start saying some crazy shit, you telling me like their entourage is gonna tell you anything? Fuck no, you're paying their fucking bills, bro. They're not gonna be like, yo, chill out, bro. You're acting crazy.
I would fucking say.
They're gonna
something.
have your back no matter what.
If Kanye was my friend, I'd be saying something.
But
he would have
feel
left
like-
me in 2007.
No, Kanye's different. Someone's got to step in.
Yeah.
But like Drake, like if he just took you on a trip that would have cost you $2,000 to like Jamaica or something like that, and he comes back and he's saying like some real racist stuff about Asian people or something, you're just gonna.
You know damn well you're gonna be quiet. And you're gonna be like, okay, Drake.
Oh
Okay,
hell,
dude.
I'm saying
It was a
something,
fun
bro.
trip though, right?
And then Drizzy's gonna be like, all right, Gio ain't going on any more trips ever again.
Ever again.
I'm gonna take
You're
your
never coming back
silence.
to Canada.
Sending you back to Canada. Yeah, man.
I would say some shit, bro.
No, you gotta, dude.
Yeah,
But
I
I
would say
bet, like,
something.
as he got older, like, some of the people that he started off with slowly fell off because they weren't acting like that.
Yeah. Or
I
I
bet the
bet-
people he still has around, like, they're, like, his friends who could just talk to him,
course.
even if it's negative.
I bet you he got hit up a lot for like, I got this crazy business idea, Drizzy. Let me tell you about it.
Oh
We're gonna
my
start a
God.
business that's all limo pickups and drop offs. I just need a small investment of $3 million. That's it. That's all I need, Drizzy.
It's like Uber, but just limos.
But
It's
just
like Uber,
limo.
but just limos. I have an app and everything. I have a dude working on it. Like, just give me the $3 million. We can do. I bet like they get hit up for that shit all the time.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's probably rent. And to me, that's probably worse than straight up asking for money.
Coming to someone with an idea and pretending,
Yes.
like, listen to me.
Yeah.
You're going to want to look at this.
Like, this is the serious business idea.
It's going to work out for both of us, not just me.
I understand you make millions of dollars a night in a night and during tour or whatever, but you're gonna want to invest in my bird's hat and my hats for birds idea.
My hats for birds.
Oh my
That's like some
God.
Shark Tank bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Some
I
of those
love-
Shark Tank things are
Some of them
fucking
are good.
Scrub Daddy.
That's
That
a good
came from
one.
that. That's a
But
good
you know,
one.
you know what I love on Shark Tank? I like the bald guy, Kevin O'Leary. He just rips people to shreds, bro. He'll just get to look at the product and be like, "What's different? I can find this at Walmart." He's like,
Yeah.
"Why is your product unique? I don't see this working. Your
Yeah.
margins are too high. Like this is not gonna work."
And he'd be wrong. He'd be wrong a lot. He was
Sometimes
wrong
they are
about
wrong.
FTX.
He do be wrong.
Weren't they wrong about Ring? That's a huge company now.
I think
some
somebody.
Ring. I didn't know Ring went on there.
I think so.
Something like one of those, like Nest or something like that. One of those security things. I'm pretty
Listen,
sure.
you
Yeah.
can't be right all the time, but I feel like the guy's pretty good at sniffing bullshit most of the time.
Yeah.
The FTX thing fucked him though. That was a huge.
That was really bad.
Well, I can't tell if he knew it was fucked up, but he took the money anyways, or if he just
No, he-
legit didn't know.
He didn't know. He was backing
Wait,
Homeboy
what
till
is
the
it?
end.
He did an ad campaign, or what did he do?
He
Yeah,
wasn't doing ad campaigns.
he
He
was
was,
part of
like
their-
supporting. He was just speaking about it. He was like,
He was
was
part of their ad.
invested in
He
it?
was part of their ad campaign and shit too.
Was he like heavily invested?
Yeah, so
He
what
would-
they
yeah,
did,
he had
they
to be.
gave him, I think it was called like FTX token or FTT token, something like
Yeah.
that, and it was like their proprietary token, which they would like give people instead of like money, and they were like, you can have this, and just advertise for us or whatever, and obviously that's not worth anything now because the company's gone.
because Sam took all the money.
So
Yeah,
even he got fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably.
I
yeah.
mean, we don't know. There's still like a trial that's hasn't happened, but it's going to happen.
yeah,
Putting on the glasses.
that boy going to jail.
Dude, yeah, that fucking sick of the Mayo glasses. That's crazy that happened. Y'all saw all those like those conspiracy theories that these crypto billionaires or like these founders of some of these websites
Bro.
and shit coming up dead
Yeah,
in other countries, like they jumped off their balcony or like
Did they
danced and
really?
stuff.
it's the most
A few of
suspicious
them.
deaths in the world, bro. Some dude died in his sleep,
It's weird.
like, and he
It
was like
is weird.
40 something.
There's like
That's
4 or 5 of them.
That's
Yeah.
a strange one. Did you hear about the founder of the Cash App got stabbed to
Yeah,
death?
they said
in
he got
San
stabbed by
Francisco?
some random ass dude on the street.
Yeah.
And they were also saying that because the Fed Now thing
Yeah,
that they're trying to have that essentially like a money exchange kind of thing.
Maybe, but I don't think the guy was
Platform.
even involved with the company at this point because Cash App is owned by a different. They're owned by
Yeah, I
Block or
think he
Square
sold.
now.
he sold it, I think.
Yeah, he sold it a long time ago,
Bro,
but
to
still
be
weird.
disgustingly rich like that and get stabbed to death in the street, that sucks ass.
It's like a normal person.
That
How, like,
sucks
dude,
fucking
if I'm
ass.
that rich, I'm sure the guy's like worth hundreds of millions, or at least 95 million, something like that. I'd have to have security, bro. Like,
Or at least a gun or something. Or like just be aware of your surroundings. Unless someone just ran straight up to him and started stabbing at him.
I don't think it was a random guy. I think they had some relationship or something.
Oh, wasn't he an old business associate?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a long time ago?
Yeah.
Man.
Damn,
That's
boy.
a whole. They didn't make a movie about
Bro,
that, man.
you're fucking imagine that.
In the middle of the fucking street at like in the morning.
You make a success, like so much money. You're retired. You're just walking around the street, and a guy comes up. I knew I'd fucking find you one day, you piece of shit.
Fucking
Oh, it says they got
you
to.
fucker.
It was an IT consultant, and they like were arguing before he did it.
So the IT kid, wow. So he went up to him and probably was arguing with him and just stabbed him.
Yeah, they were arguing, and then he got
death.
stabbed.
Stabbing is a really brutal way to kill somebody.
Stabbed
too.
3 times.
It is,
that's
bro.
that's a really brutal way to kill somebody. It's not like shooting. I think shooting's brutal too, but like there's more disconnect because the gun is like you're firing it. You know what I mean? You're just
Yeah.
pulling a trigger.
And it's
stabbing.
It's like an instant.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
stabbing. You're legit taking it. You're going up to somebody. You're putting it into their body
Yeah.
multiple times. You're feeling the
Ooh.
blood come onto you, and you're doing it, and you're looking at them in the face as you're doing it. It's
And now it's
so
hard. And no, I was kidding. No, that's an odd. Like it must be an insane. Like to stab someone, pull it out, and keep doing it. That's
You got to be mad as hell.
you.
You got to be angry.
You're unhinged, bro. Unless
Yeah.
you're saving unless you're being a hero or something. But that's a crazy fucking thing to do. To stab somebody.
If a hero stabs you more than one time, is he a hero?
I mean, I've played out many scenarios in my head with a robber coming in my house,
Oh yeah.
and I hide behind one of the fucking doors, and they come up in the room. I'm real dead silent. They don't even know I'm there. Cha cha cha! Come out right in the side of the
like
neck.
you're like Splinter Cell or some
like
shit, bro.
Splinter Cell, dude. Try to get their arteries. Get them right here in the fucking. Get them in the jug.
Nah, that's the most
Jug.
dangerous thing to do because getting close to the motherfuckers, you never know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might. That's why the gun is safer because you can just get further and just come here. I dare you. Boom.
Oh, guns
Yeah.
are awesome. Yeah, they're super loud. They're scary as fuck. The thing is shooting out a little fucking pellet that'll murder whatever is in its way. That's insane.
Pretty much.
You don't want to be around for that.
No.
Guns are scary, man.
Guns are scary, man. I imagine like the first guy who made. I'm pretty sure it was probably like in China or some shit, right? Because they developed gunpowder.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The first Chinese dude who made like a gun,
I did not know that.
and then he just started. You didn't know they made gunpowder, bro? They made everything.
everything.
They made
Paper.
gunpowder.
Well,
they
no,
made
I didn't know
paper.
that the gun was probably invented in China.
I'm just guessing here. I think it was China because why would they make gunpowder?
Gunpowder for sure was made in
Yeah.
China first.
Yeah, so why would they make gunpowder after that? You know what I mean?
I
So
believe
that-
they made cannons too or something like that.
yeah,
Someone in Asia
that's
made
why I'm gonna
cannons.
assume it was either China or like Western Europe or some shit. But
Yeah.
imagine the first guy who made a gun and then like started firing it off. He must have
It
been
is
like
Chinese.
it was China too.
It
He
is
must have been
Chinese.
like
It is Chinese.
It's Chinese. Man, he must have felt like a fucking G just
Yeah.
firing that thing off.
Bah! Fucking blast a hole in somebody.
Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, yeah, you feel you're a wizard, dude. I just murdered this guy right here.
Oh, that thing was huge.
Let me
It's
see
a
it.
drawing
That's
of the
gun?
first. I don't even know what that is.
No, that's the cleanest thing I ever seen, dude.
That is
You-
hilarious.
For the people listening, who's probably everybody, fucking
Probably everybody in the
everybody
world.
in the world, obviously, everybody's listening. This thing looks like a
A fucking missile
looks
launcher.
like an extremely long trumpet, or something
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like a skinny long trumpet. It has like a rounded edge.
It's
Right.
amazing though how people just figure shit out, bro. Like how
Yeah.
how did people just develop things back then, man? I mean, I guess they're just as smart as we are in some senses, but like how did they just have the aptitude to just be like, all right, I need this, or like how did they materialize the need for like paper?
I want to kill somebody that's over there, but
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Well, he's over there.
How can I do that?
How do
Over
I do
here.
that?
And arrows are cool. Arrows are great,
But
I don't-
miss.
but they
Uh,
miss. The
hard
wind
to
can
make.
fuck them up,
Yeah,
and they don't kill them sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
They don't kill him. I want
Pops
something
him
that
over
kills
the
him.
head.
and
On demand, it kills him quick. I want to shoot
An
him
arrow
now.
will fuck your ass up though. Won't kill him right away.
oh man,
Bro,
dude.
getting an
that
arrow
sucks.
stuck in you?
taking an arrow seems crazy
Because the way it's set up, it's like impossible to. It's not impossible. It's gonna hurt a whole fucking bunch to pull it
How-
back out.
Yeah,
And if you pull it out, doesn't all the blood start gushing out of your body? It's
yeah.
dangerous.
That's what
It's
they
probably
say, yeah.
worse to pull it out.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah,
So how are you supposed to get it out?
you go to the hospital. I have no idea.
You
To
break-
the fucking
I'm guessing-
1800s hospital.
I know, bro. Back then, they would just break off the half of the arrow and they pull it out, pour vodka all over it, and then just fucking sew your ass up.
They fucking cut off the pieces hanging out. Leave the rest. It's fine. The body will adapt.
The body will adapt to having a fucking arrow in your chest.
The body will absorb. Dude, it must have been what a crazy time when like the most important things
Oh
to
my
develop were
God.
weapons. People
Oh,
were just
yeah.
that was probably their task. That was their job, just developing new weapons to kill other people with.
Yeah,
Because we got to take over and steal some resources.
fucking Oppenheimer, man. I
Yeah,
can't wait for
man.
that fucking movie to
Oh,
come
I
out.
am death
Jesus
become
Christ.
what is it? I am death become destroyer of worlds. Some shit like that. His quote is
He was ill. He had some fire ass bars.
he has some fire. Well, I mean, I would think the guy who developed the atomic bomb would have some fucking.
Some heat.
He'd have some heat coming out of him, you know.
He had
probably
some
have
bars.
He'd have some things to say.
That's crazy.
What was he
bro.
say? He was like, "I am death personified" or some shit. Or,
Something like that.
I am a
but
destroyer of worlds.
I know he really
This guy, but he is.
I know he really regretted. He regretted it a lot.
Was he feeling
So
hard
the-
when he said those things, or he was saying them like literally?
No, he was saying it in a remorseful way. Like, I
Yeah.
can't believe what the fuck I did. Like, what I did is the worst thing in humanity.
He's just fake flexing, bro. He's
Yeah.
fucking pretending. I'm so sorry, guys, but aren't I so badass?
I think he died like really depressed and like
Yeah.
Oh, that
sad
sucks.
about what happened.
The
'cause
rest of his life after he fucking set off the bomb, set off the bombs and shit, he was sad.
I think it like ruined his life. If I'm
Sad.
not mistaken.
I mean, to this day, bro, that is like
Probably
that
the-
will destroy everything.
One of the
Yeah.
worst things humanity's ever done. Probably
Yeah.
aside from the Holocaust. But
Yeah, that
I mean, I
might
don't
be
know,
humanity's
man.
worst invention for real.
Oh my god! Speaking
that
of
thing
the
could literally destroy everything.
Speaking of the fucking Holocaust, I was watching Dave. Dave is a show about his Lil Dicky show on FX, and this motherfucker, he's having like a panic attack, right? Because he doesn't have his Adderall, so he's having a panic attack in this motel room, and then Anne Frank shows up,
Oh, that's so funny.
and he's having like a whole debate with Anne Frank about like being famous or whatever, and then at the end of the episode, Anne Frank starts doing the whip and the nay-nay.
that's so
That's
funny.
hilarious.
And I was like, bro, if I was Jewish, I wouldn't know how to feel.
You'd be a little offended.
I would have been a little offended.
What's
Anne
offensive?
Frank-
He's Jewish too,
I know, but that's crazy.
and like she just she represents a symbol of I don't know
Man.
what, the sacrifice and
Fucking
hope.
endurance, not
Endurance, the
yeah,
sacrifice.
whatever. Yeah.
And a little crazy, little stupid moment I had.
So wait, what's Anne Frank's thing? What's her deal? So her family ran away and they got stored by some friends in the attic,
yeah,
and basically they were living in the attic the whole time. The friends who were German would sneak them food and shit, and she was
for
writing
2 years.
She was writing for how long?
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
It sucks.
So she's writing in this diary, talking about like sometimes the Germans pull up right and they come and visit and be like, "Are you hiding Jews?"
Where's the
Jews?
Jews?
Like, no, we're not hiding Jews.
I would never do that. You want chocolate?
Yeah. And then eventually the diary stops because they find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the presume. And is
And
there
then
any
she dies in a
is there
a
any
camp.
lead up to her like writing like the last words of like, "Oh shit, they're gonna find us," or no, it's just the last journal
I
entry?
think there sort of is. I've never read it because I'm not reading that shit. That's going to make me sad.
Seems so depressing.
But
That's terrible. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's something like, oh shit, they're knocking at the door.
They're on their way, lol.
Da, da, da.
This is crazy.
Man. Literally writing as it happens, like they're popping up, like they're coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd
That'd be wild.
terrible though. It's a fucking little girl writing in a diary, hiding in an attic, getting fucking murdered. There's a
Yeah.
little genocide going on. That's terrible, man. Like a kid doesn't even. How do you even explain that to a kid? We can't go outside, or
I don't-
there's people outside that are trying to kill us.
Bro, that
Always.
shit is
That kid
crazy.
grows up real quick. They have to imagine a kid processing stuff like that, like someone telling them, like, "Listen, they're killing millions of us. Like,
Yeah.
you haven't seen the shoes. Yeah, shoes.
Do you want to go take a look at the shoes?
the shoes? All right.
There's a lot
Bro,
of there's a lot
imagine
of shoes.
going through all that shit and like making it out and living to tell the story, and then the motherfucker is like, nah, that shit was all a hoax.
It's a lie. It
It
didn't
was
happen.
fake.
Just bought those shoes from Payless, man.
It's a lie.
I don't know nobody's shoes,
That
man.
shit is crazy.
I can't
bro.
believe people say it's a lie though. Like
They just
no,
keep
it wa-
saying everything
like,
is a lie.
It wasn't that long ago. Like there's people who they're almost dead, but they're still alive. Like there's people
Yeah.
with the tattoos of the
Wouldn't it-
fucking number that's on their hand, bro.
Yeah, extremely elaborate lie.
that saw all
Also,
their homies die.
Who
and they're
gains from that lie?
Like,
I don't
fucking
really know.
bro.
Nobody.
I don't know
nobody
what
wins
the
here.
theory is to why the Jews would. Maybe because they're disenfranchised and killed and genocided.
I'll give
That
them like a sob story.
yeah,
Yeah,
that-
I think
that's
that's why
why that
people
they
think it's a
control
lie.
so much stuff now. I don't know why.
That's
I
a big ass sob
Yeah,
story.
they murdered
I know.
millions of them. Oh, boo!
And we're gonna put it all on the Germans. It's
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, that's a lot. It was a whole
Crazy.
war about it. And you think it's a hoax?
It's a bad look on the Germans, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the German
How can
people, their image is fucked for.
How,
Forever.
ever.
Probably
How can
forever.
a culture ever get over that? Like
you can't.
you go over there and probably meet some of those people, and you're like, damn, your grandpa or your grandpa's dad or whatever
Yeah.
probably was a Nazi.
Could have snitched.
Like more likely than not, was a Nazi.
It was a cool thing to do at the time.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, they just
That's
drafted
what they always say.
motherfuckers.
It was cool at the time. We was all doing it.
Also, if you're
We was all
winning,
killing the Jews back
We're
then.
all doing it. All right, relax.
take it easy, okay? We
Take
all
it
did
easy on me. I wasn't there.
I was just doing what I was told.
Never killed a few Jews. Relax.
That's what they tried to do. So after the World War, there was this huge trial. I don't remember what it was called, but there was this huge trial.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, they went around the world looking for these Nazis who had like ran away. And like whenever they finally caught them, like they caught some like 20 years later, they caught some 5 years after. Like they caught them in different intervals, but the crimes are basically they're prosecutable until the end of time.
Yeah.
So they found like when they would find these guys, and some of them would be like, "Listen, I didn't do anything. I was doing what I was told." They were like basically told them like that's not an excusable excuse. Like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
try and say that, we're gonna prosecute you either way because it's not.
They used
Yeah.
to do awful, bro. They used to slam babies against trees. They'd fucking experiment on
Crazy,
kids and shit. It
bro.
was a crazy time. I heard of in like the last 2 years, I've heard of 2 people getting found out. There was some dude I think named Ivan the Terrible or something like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
got found somewhere in Europe, like last year. And then there was like some old lady who got found recently. She was like 90 something,
Man, they were just old, rolling around
Old
with all
as
the
fuck.
horrible shit on their back.
getting
Yeah.
arrested at 95. You're going downtown, you old bitch.
You're going
You know what you
downtown.
did. She's like, I have no idea what's going on.
Imagine a 90-something-year-old German dude in the
Yeah.
slammer.
You just got to jail. You just got
Man.
to fucking Gen Pop. You're 95 years old.
That's
What do
fucking
you do,
tough,
bro?
That sucks.
They start
ass.
bullying you in the showers.
Oh, you're one push and you're dead.
Bring the
Yeah,
cheeks over
Literally.
here.
You bring them. Oh,
Bring them old. I know they're loose. Bring them old cheeks over here.
I know they're loose. Oh.
That's a.
Imagine getting raped in the shower. 95.
That's tough, bro.
I mean, that's
you
a
can't even
good
fight
way to
back.
go out. That's a good way to send a Nazi off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fuck them in the ass as they're dying.
by a nice young Jewish guy.
Yeah,
By a young, strapping Jewish man.
Imagine that.
bear.
I bet they never would have thought they go out like that.
Nah, that's tough.
No, they
That's
probably-
fucking tough.
Bro, to make it all the way to your 90s after you did all those things and you ran away and somehow you successfully hid.
And you had this whole other life afterwards. You know.
Like,
Yeah.
This is so sweet. And then fucking they knock at your door.
This
We know
is-
exactly who you are.
We know what you did.
You just sit on your
No,
rocking
it wasn't me.
chair. No, I didn't.
There's no proof. There's
no
a lot of
proof.
stories about them that happening where they find them and they're like, no, it wasn't me. You have no proof it was me. And then
I
they
mean-
find the proof and they're like, here, we have the proof that it was
there
you.
you go.
We have
And
a
then
picture of you and Adolf right next to each other.
Give it a thumbs up. Is that you giving a thumbs up with Adolf Hitler?
Oh my god.
That's fucking funny.
Oh
dude.
my god, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of old and dying, I heard this story about a $4 million Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh my god.
What?
4 milli. Even the Pokemon cards that have been going nuts, like, I don't think any of those have even hit that high of a number.
No.
I
And
think
it's a
the
dying
highest is like
market,
2.
too.
What?
The market is dying.
What card is it?
So this is the story. A kid had a Make-A-Wish, right? He got them to make him a card where he's like a hero. It's like, I think his name was Zach or something like that. It's like Zach Warrior or some shit like that. Cool card, whatever. I'm sure they put a lot of fucking effort into it and the artwork and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets the card. It's a 1 of 1
Mhm.
because they made it just for him. The kid ends up surviving.
Oh shit.
So he keeps his fucking card.
Of course.
And now everybody wants to buy his card because
And
it's
is-
literally a 1 of. It's probably like one of the only ones in the world.
What the
And
fuck are you gonna
is he,
do?
Is he like, hell yeah, I'm gonna sell that shit or not? He's not.
I think
really.
he's holding it right now.
Bro, who is like, I want to buy that card?
He should sell it before
pretty
people
cool.
lose interest, bro.
Actually, no, you're right, Gio. Who does want to buy that?
Why would you want to buy that
The
card?
kid was dying, and that's how he got the card. And you want to buy it from him for millions of dollars?
Like, what are you going to do with it? You're going to have it sitting in your collections like, yo,
But-
this
Yeah.
kid almost fucking
'Cause people-
died and they
people-
made this card.
People want the extensive collection, bro. If I'm him, I'm selling that hoe. I'm be like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
holding
cashing
it
on
for-
my check.
You think it'll die down though? Gio, you think the market's dying? It
Yeah,
is
the
really
market-
dying.
the
The
market-
card
the
market
market
is dying a little
yeah,
bit.
the market is dying
Of
bad.
course, bro. In the midst of, let's call it a recession, even though people aren't calling it a recession. In the midst of a recession, do you think people have enough money to pay for cards and bullshit like that? Whenever
No.
there's like gas is expensive and food is expensive and
Yeah.
travel is expensive, like
And
all these things are expensive.
it was kind of stupid.
The card thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest.
I
I used
agree.
to
it was a little
really-
silly.
I used to love Pokemon cards, but it was a little silly. People were camping outside of Target and
Bro.
like buying out these poor children.
But you know-
the kids
you know-
want to buy.
Think about the children.
That sucks, bro.
You know
Imagine
what?
you like love Pokemon, your kid's 5, and you want to go buy him a pack. From
I'll say
Target.
this, man. If you were hustling and you were making money off of it, good on you.
Good for you.
Hey,
Good
man,
on
I'll-
you, bro. Do what you got to do.
But I hope you got out.
Yeah.
I hope you're still not doing it.
I mean, we know someone who is deep into that. He has like a shop or whatever, and he seems like he's pretty cool about it. Like they always have kids in there, and like I'm sure he's not fucking like
See, that's
swindling
cool.
people and stuff. You know.
I think he's doing it because he probably like fucks with it.
Yeah,
like,
he fucks
enjoys
with it for real.
He
Like,
genuinely has passion.
But there are
for
some
it.
people who are obviously just in it. Literally, like they'll never be face to face with anybody who's even gonna get these. They're just buying them and flipping them online.
Yeah,
which is fucked.
that shit's. I look at it a little weird. I'm like, all right, bro, y'all are spending $1,000 on these cards.
It's just one of those things, man, where you're like, damn, like people just got on this real quick, made their money, and then it was over in a few months because Target shut it down and was like,
You'd be surprised what people spend their money on, man. I mean, look at all the fucking like everything, like NFTs and shit. That market has like almost completely collapsed.
I haven't heard that in so long.
That's a sad one.
I haven't heard that phrase in so long.
Like, but when it was popping, People were making money flipping
millions,
them.
bro.
But now it's like, bro, who gives a shit whenever gas is fucking $4 or $5 a gallon and your property taxes are up and food is more expensive. Like, what the fuck can I do? I can't eat this NFT.
Yeah, to think that an
I can't eat
NFT
this NFT.
would be worth anything over 5 figures is insane, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane to think about. No, like, even in the scenario where you can use them for what they're designed to use, some cyber world or some cool reason to have this thing, it's still not fucking worth that much money, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy talk.
Because you're really tying yourself to the creator of it. If you're an investor, right?
Yeah.
You're really tying yourself to like, all right, I hope that the creator of this NFT is going to launch this project and these NFTs will be worth this much someday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how much faith do you really have in this creator and all that shit? And like
to hold the value.
Exactly. And it's like I barely trust like the stock market and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And that's an actual thing.
and that's an actual thing with actual companies that make actual products like
Yeah.
toothpaste and diapers and medicine
Yeah.
and houses. You know what I mean? Like, those are actual companies, right?
It's a picture of a monkey.
I barely trust the picture of a monkey.
The shit that trips me out is that somebody is always buying it.
This is true.
Like somebody was spending. There was one artist that made like $100 million on one NFT, and I was like, bro,
Insane. People that like didn't have any money
Yeah.
somehow just popped off in the NFT game and were just making like different color marble looking swirls or something. And they fucking sold them for like 35 grand a piece.
and I'm not hating. I'm like, cool. That if you got your money, bro, hey, fine by me. I don't give a fuck. But I can look at it and say it's a little silly.
If you bought it, you're a dumbass. That's all.
If you bought it, you're crazy.
if you bought it and you're like, I'm gonna sit on this and hold it, I'm gonna be a millionaire. You're just eating shit right now.
Yeah, we can't help
yeah.
but ruin everything. Like all we want to do is just make the money now and get out of it and just fuck whatever happens. Like crypto. Everyone's just
Man,
like, I want
crypto.
my fucking money. No one like was in it for the long term investment.
No
was
one.
because they wanted the fucking money,
Yeah.
so it just ruined everything.
That's the problem. It's like getting people on the same page. If you could get enough people on the same page, bro, you could make amazing decisions. Like, look what happened with the whole GameStop and Reddit shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know
wow,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, people just bought all the GameStop and AMC stock and shit, and they drove it up like crazy. That's because you get enough people with at least a little, even if they have a little bit of money, and you have them all doing the same action, buying, it's gonna drive the price up. And it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like we're fucking eating now. And that's what happens when you can get people to work together. The
crazy-
problem is greedy motherfuckers are like, I kind of want to sell. And when
Yeah.
they
Everyone's
sell-
holding it and like, all right, nobody let it go. Nobody
no,
let it go.
I'm selling.
And one guy's like, well, so much money
Bro.
going. And then
Yeah,
everyone just fucking
exactly.
if
panics
we
and
are
does it
buying
too.
GameStop at what was it, like $4 a share, and
was
it got up to like 40,
It was 400.
or it did get up to 100.
400.
Bro, I'm fucking selling that bitch so fast. Y'all gotta be fucked up. I will leave the group chat.
He's talking
the group.
They're like, hey, where'd Gio go? He's
Yeah.
gone, bro.
He's
He's on
gone.
a
Gio, you
boat.
make it big, you better still be friends with us.
I'll be friends with y'all,
Cut
but
me a
we will not
slice,
talk about
bro.
GameStop ever again.
Buy the game from GameStop. You just own a large portion of GameStop.
But my thing with that is like I've never like understood why people don't do that more often.
What?
Just gang up and buy heavy into a stock and
they
just
shut
hold
that shit down,
it's-
kind of.
They
And
shut it down,
manipulate it.
kind of, and it's hard to get people on the same page, bro. Like
That
that, Gio was an unprecedented event.
like me.
You literally got like hundreds of thousands, maybe a million dudes
Mhm.
on the same page, and like that's a good amount of people who are in agreement and doing the same thing. That can sway a ton of shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Do y'all know why that happened? Was GameStop already kind of spiking a little bit for some reason?
No,
They
no,
were just
Game-
like, let's just do
They were
it.
bored, bro. They were just like,
GameStop's-
we're gonna choose
Everybody
a dead
agreed
stock.
on it
Look,
from a
let-
dead stock.
Let me explain to you what happened. GameStop stock was in the shitter, right, for years because like people are buying games digitally and like
Best
they're buying
Buy.
consoles digitally, like they're buying.
And
from
it was
Best Buy.
AMC too.
AMC too, but let's start with
Yeah.
GameStop. And it's like GameStop was just in the shitter. Like they were doing bad. Their fundamentals were bad. They have these stores. They have to like have overhead. They have to pay the rent on the stores. They have to pay their employees. They just cost money and they don't really make that much money.
And fuck
Yeah.
them.
So they were doing like shit. Yeah,
They
and fuck them.
suck.
They give you dollars, cents for your used games.
Yeah.
So they were doing like shit. They were doing bad. And basically people on Reddit, there's like different groups of like people investigating like stocks and all this shit. And these few dudes on Reddit found out, and they have like their own Discord, and there's things that are published whenever like hedge funds report too. So they have like these different reports that they have. they have to report their earnings and shit too. So these hedge funds reported their holdings, and one of the positions that one of these hedge funds had was a huge short position against GameStop. And the short position is basically saying, like, in the future, they think GameStop is going to either go out of business or really lose a ton of value.
Yeah.
And if GameStop loses value, the hedge fund makes money.
Yeah.
So these people found this, and they were like, yo, fuck these hedge funds. Like, we grew up with GameStop. Like, let's prop this shit up. Like,
That's
if we
real.
can buy a bunch of stock, then that means that the company who's shorting it has to hold the bag, and they have to
Yeah.
basically pay out because they have to keep paying until
It drops to that point.
exactly they have to keep it. So they're like, all right, fuck it. So they got all these dudes together and they bought a shitload of stock, and then the people who were shorting it were like, oh fuck, like we have to get rid of our short position because now we're losing millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But the money they lost were gains for the people who won. You
buying
know what I
it.
mean? Like the guys, the individuals.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the problem is Robinhood.
Fuck them.
What Robinhood did was like, oh, you can't buy any more GameStop stock, but you can sell it.
Bro, that shit is crazy.
So they fuck shit up. So they were like, people kept trying to buy because they're like, oh, it's market manipulation or whatever. Because people were like, let's buy it, let's send it to the roof, let's do it. That Robinhood was like, okay, no, we can't let you buy it right now, but you could sell it if you want to. Which
That
is like,
shit is
it's fucked
crazy.
up because
Yeah.
then like if you sell it, it encourages people to be like, fuck it, like
It's over.
I don't, it's over. Like I'm just gonna sell it. Like Robinhood's ending this shit, and then boom, the movement died after that.
Yeah.
I really feel like that's what Robinhood did. It should be a way bigger deal.
It was illegal. I think they.
Oh,
it
100%.
hell yeah, it was
did they have to
illegal.
pay out or did they win?
I
in
think
court?
they might have got like a slap on the wrist or some
Yeah.
shit, dude. But
Oh,
like,
so nobody got it. Like the members of
No,
this
they
whole
were.
movement.
There's nothing illegal about it. What they did, there was
what
something illegal
the
about
people
it.
did. What the people
Yeah.
did. There's nothing like,
Yeah.
and even if
No, but like, did they get anything from Robinhood for like
No.
stopping this?
no, fuck no. And if
No.
they did, they probably got like a really small, like few dollars settlement. They probably
Yeah.
didn't get shit. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Like, yeah, that's pretty much all they got. Like
Is it easy to explain what a hedge fund is? How does somebody make money from calling? You know,
a hedge fund is basically
predicting that.
It's all right. So like a fund is like a pool of a lot of people's money. So right. So a hedge fund has like a portfolio manager.
So people
So
are
it's a guy
spending where they feel they're gonna make money and blah blah blah.
It's a guy who manages everything that's in the fund. And the fund is basically a bunch of different things. So like there's some funds that are tech focused, right? And they just buy like they hold tech companies, they hold Twitter, they hold Facebook, they hold Snapchat, right? And a lot of these hedge funds have different kinds of holdings. So what they'll do is they'll invest people's money for them. So that people will put their money into the hedge fund. Usually people who invest in hedge funds are like large institutional investors who have like millions of dollars. So like privately wealthy individuals are investing in hedge funds because they want a return. You know what I mean? And so what was your original question? You asked what were hedge funds and you asked another question.
So like, how do they make money from this? Like, how does somebody gain from predicting that GameStop is going to do poorly? Because are they collecting this money?
So
and
there's, not to get too deep into it, but there's
it's difficult
so
to
you-
explain.
somewhat, but there's calls. There's something called options when you buy stock. So you can buy a stock outright. You can just buy some shares or sell some shares, whatever. Or you can buy calls, and a call is basically a contract that guarantees at this date and time you'll buy X amount of shares, right? And a call is you're basically betting that in the future the price is going to go up, right? So that's what you're thinking. You're like, I think the price of Netflix is going to go up to, I don't know, $500 a share. So you buy 500 call options for this amount of money, right? And then let's say it starts to let's say it goes past $500 a share and it goes to $600 a share. That means your contracts are worth a shitload more money because if you do it per share, right? Because you're buying the contract, technically you don't actually have to buy the stock. You're buying the contract.
Okay.
So you're selling the right for people to buy the stock. So they're buying the contract from
What
you.
game is this, bro?
It's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
But and the opposite end of it, they're shorting.
on
And
purpose. It's confusing on purpose.
Yeah.
Purposely on the opposite end of the shorting. And shorting, not to get too technical into it, but basically it's betting that a stock will go down in value, right? Because you're buying the share at a lower value. No, you're buying the share at a higher value, and you're betting that it'll go down at a lower value. It's hard for me to explain here
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I'd have
I'm-
to explain to you guys afterwards. But
I'm
basically,
kind of curious to see how would that work? You know what I mean? But
so
Yeah.
I think you're basically borrowing the share at a certain value, and then you're selling it.
Yeah, shorting I never really
It's
understood.
really
fully.
difficult to understand.
Shorting I
these
never
fucking
got.
cocksuckers in their navy blue suits
It's purposely
and,
confusing.
and light blue shirts.
Cause see,
under.
I remember the hedge fund stuff about that whole like Wall Street bets thing, but I didn't. Somebody was trying to explain shorting to me, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
The Big Short tried a few times.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Matt Damon
even
and
that
Brad
one-
Pitt tried a few times.
Margot
Oh,
Robbie,
man.
Margot Robbie in a bathtub will never make me understand what's going
It was a
on.
good scene.
I was still confused.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie, man.
Margot Robbie and the Suds.
I can-
Yeah, let's get back to bitches.
Let's get back to Barbie.
Let's get back to Barbie over herself. Man.
Oh,
But yeah,
my
that's basically
God.
what happened with the whole GameStop hedge
Yeah.
fund thing.
Those bastards,
And
man.
like just going back to like, if people work together, they can accomplish so much. But the hard part is getting people to work together, man.
Exactly.
On anything, whether it's like that shit or just, like accomplishing some shit within your community or just agreeing on some kind of like measure, like let's build this park or some shit. Like it's hard
Yeah.
to get people to agree to shit.
yeah, but they're fucking spending all this money to bet against the company,
Yeah.
in which they're probably doing a bunch of other fucked up things to try to get that company to fail somehow, you know?
Oh, of course. There's
Yeah.
probably all kinds of different measures that they're taking to like levy against that company or like
Yeah.
get consoles to stop selling certain things in the like stop selling their consoles like GameStop, start selling it more online, like shit like that,
Yeah. I got another segue for you. Fucking, I'm chock full of them today. It's about bitches. It's about bitches. About one bitch, really. There was a woman, and I wish I would have seen where this was from.
Mhm.
But basically, she had a full body orgasm during an orchestra performance.
Oh my God.
During like a very famous orchestra performance somewhere. I don't know. I'm guessing in Europe somewhere.
An audience member?
An audience member.
Oh, okay. I thought
She
she
had
was
a
on
full
stage.
body loud orgasm during the because of the performance.
That's fire.
I'm guessing the noises and the vibrations and shit. And they stopped for a second and then they continued.
That's so fire.
Imagine being there.
A full body
A
orgasm?
full is as how they described it, a full body shaking orgasm.
Head to toe, she's just
And they're playing like Game of Thrones music. It's crazy.
Yo,
talk.
that's fire, bro.
How does
to
that
be a
even
woman is probably pretty fire.
How's that even
Oh my
triggered,
God.
bro?
Of all the vibrations, maybe.
Yeah, the
Maybe
sensation.
she's in the
vibrations?
front row, just like with her legs up.
Her legs have no panties on. Just going down on her clam, just
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, their clam.
on her clam.
Going down in her fucking.
Oh my
A little
God.
baked clam.
Yeah, her little baked clam, dude. I'm trying to think of another one. A cookie? I don't know.
A little monkey.
A
Oh,
little
man.
monkey. A little sniz.
Oh,
little,
God.
Little coochie oochie.
I imagine she's an older woman, too. I don't know why.
I bet she was. I bet she loves orchestra too, and
She has to love that shit.
getting her
bro.
rocks off at the fucking orchestra performance. Yeah, imagine how badass some of those dudes felt after doing that.
You're like,
Yo,
hell
I made,
yeah.
I'm just
I
playing
made
the
a girl
violin.
fucking nut today.
I made a girl nut. I'm going to keep stringing along.
I'm on the flute right now, going crazy. I think they have flutes in orchestras.
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh
a
my
woman.
gosh.
It must be a lot of fun, man. Like they have no there's no friction needed. Just
Well, they have periods. and shit.
feelings and
The
vibrations.
The period
and shit.
part seems horrible,
Yeah.
though,
And the
man.
baby
It's-
part does suck.
and
the
the
baby
baby
part. That seems traumatic.
Oh my God.
Having them, imagine having the motherfucker like actually having to push it out, and like your body having to recover, and then just like drinking your milk. And you know when women are pregnant, it fucks with their heads because all the hormones, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Imagine not feeling like yourself because of this baby, and you're like, oh my God, like what is happening to me?
It's okay, scary, bro.
Yeah.
I would not want to have a being inside of my stomach and have to carry it around.
I was watching a video of someone like breaking down their pregnancy, and their husband was there like the whole time they were giving birth and shit. This motherfucker said she squeezed, like she pushed the baby out, and after that came like green and red and yellow fluid came out of her.
No.
Placenta.
And I was like,
oh,
bro.
also I heard a lot of women boo boo.
They boo boo.
They boo-boo a little bit.
They be having ripped coochies. They coochie get ripped and shit.
Because you're pushing so hard.
Yeah.
So you just
And
if
I was
you had
like,
a
dog,
little and you never know when that baby's coming.
you never know.
So if you got a boo boo real bad,
Oh my
You
Because
got
you
a
God.
can, for
big
real, shit
meal.
the baby out.
that
Does
sucks
the
ass.
coochie recover?
It heals. It heals.
Have you had relations with a mother before?
No.
You haven't had relations with a mother? Huh?
No, I tend to stay away from them. I tend to not try to pursue
They
them.
got
We
fruit
need to get
snacks.
somebody who's had relations with a mother, and we need to know.
Pretty
if the
sure we know
vaginas
plenty of
heal.
people that have had
I'm
relations
sure we
with
do.
a mother.
We need to know if the vaginas heal properly.
I think it does.
I would imagine the vagina
Bro.
snaps back to reality. I
The
think it
vagina
snaps
is strong.
back.
Back to reality. Oh, there
the
goes
beat
gravity.
There go gravity.
Oh
vagina.
man, yo, that's hilarious, bro. Eminem would be proud.
Eminem would be proud, bro. I miss Slim Shady.
What's
I
he
can't
up
believe
to, man?
this cocksucker came back and fucking made the worst raps of all time.
His music's so bad now, bro.
It hurt my heart, man. Oh, everyone was so excited for him to come back. Everything
wasn't.
came back.
I hate Eminem. I've never liked Eminem ever.
You haven't?
Never.
Gio.
Wow, man. I
You
really
haven't
liked
listened to the real
Eminem,
Slim
bro.
Shady.
I'm not. I'm
Gio,
not.
you haven't listened to Kim.
Oh, that's a good one, bro.
I'm not listening to any Eminem songs.
Yeah,
Why
ever,
not?
though.
What do you gotta
like
get to Eminem?
collapse, dude?
Fucking corny.
Really?
I don't like his style. I have a weird rap taste. I don't like Lil Wayne. I got fucking yelled at the other day for
You
not
don't like
liking
Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Wow.
No
man.
ceilings,
Lil Wayne,
obviously, is a heater.
He has some
has
songs I like,
Good
but-
wordplay, bro. Like insane wordplay.
It
You want to know
does.
the one thing I hate about Lil Wayne? He starts laughing at what he's saying in the middle of the verse.
It's not
That
a very
is
good
true.
laugh.
I
And
will
I-
give you that.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, he does do that.
And I don't like
That's
funny
a-
raps. I
that's
don't
a-
like funny raps.
You're not a funny rap guy?
No.
Oh man.
I love a good funny rap.
I like a good funny
Lil
rap.
Dicky's got some
dude.
good funny raps.
He's cool. I
Yeah.
don't got his music in my phone, but he cool.
Nah, I don't have Lil Dicky's music on my phone. Either.
Yeah.
Real Slim Shady is a banger.
I have a lot. I
That's
like. I
awesome.
dig a lot of Eminem shit, man.
Yeah.
But I
speaking
mean,
of,
you know, teach their own.
Speaking of white rappers, Jack Harlow dropped a mixtape last week, and I have to come in here and say I was wrong. He fucking sucks, bro.
I
sucks
told
bad.
you
Bad.
many years ago
He's
that I was
bad.
like, bro,
Yeah.
Gio, he's bad. And you were like, no, Young Harley's fucking great.
The album was cool. I like the first album from years ago, but this new shit is bad.
It's not
bad.
good. It's not good.
It's bad.
It's
just-
cheesy. That's
very
cheesy.
cheesy.
He's very cheesy.
And he's trying to act
Bro.
fucking like
He thinks he's the coolest guy in the world.
he really does. Someone on Twitter was like, this better be a good album because this is the last chance, low key. And
this
it
is
is.
the last chance.
He released two stinkers, bro.
Stu's hot stink. Well, for y'all, two
Hot
stinkers.
steamy poops.
Hot steamy poops.
And
by
the picture,
Young
the
Harley's.
picture, the album cover is him like in an alley with like trash cans around him, and it was just too easy for Twitter.
Hey man,
bro.
you might as well stab me in the alley and leave me like the Cash App founder, bro.
Oh, my-
That's a good note to end on, guys. All right.
Don't get stabbed in the alleys, guys.
Yeah.
And don't find Cash App.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep
bye,
a knife
guys.
on you.
Bye, guys.
Take
Bye.
care.